what you see, it's what you get. I said, what you see, it's what you get, now, baby.
You know what I mean?
It's the best thing yet, the best thing yet. See, it's what you get.
Yo, never mind what you see.
I was about to. Never mind what you heard.
Yo, it's seen and I heard. Yeah, our cadence is off because our bro is under the weather. But shout out to my man. Shout out to the bro. Shout out to Chad. Get well soon, bro.
Yes,
you
sir.
be back. You already know. Next pod, be right up. But we here.
It's good, sir.
Chilling, you know, the originals.
Yeah, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We had
original-
one of these in a minute. Yeah,
The
it's been a
original
while.
squad, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah, man. Everything's been everything. You know, life is life.
Life is like facts. Facts. Yep.
You know, handling business per usual. Yourself?
Work.
Yeah.
Work. We was kind of talking a little bit about that. Just work.
Sure. I mean, and it's a slow news week, so we will not be doing like an official BTS episode. But you know,
Yeah, it's just yeah.
Celtics lost. Let me make sure I say it on camera.
Damn, I wasn't gonna bring it
No,
up.
you have to celebrate. You have to take your L's just as loud as you take your W's.
Okay.
And we lost. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Respect.
If there's ever a conversation where everybody would like to fully drag me, I'm here for it.
Holla, you know the ats.
It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone. It ain't nothing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Knicks.
I seen you embrace all the love and all the hate. So
I take it in stride. It ain't
For sure,
nothing.
for sure.
You know, shout out to all those that finally get an opportunity to say something to me.
yeah. Yeah. I'm still waiting on my time, but you know.
But we are here. And we're here for a movie that I don't like to complain about problems when I don't have solutions. And to be honest, the gripes I have with the movie, I don't really know how to solve.
Okay.
Like as far as like the thing I said about the thumbnail, like I'm like I don't know a more interesting
'cause
picture.
I would like
but
us to start about how
goodness.
it may have been represented or
I don't know if the-
misrepresented for us.
Like it was mismarketed, but I feel like that was the strongest marketing angle at the same time.
Okay.
So I understand what the purpose was, although it throws me off as a person that wouldn't consume how they sold it.
Okay.
Should we just say what movie it is?
Go ahead, bro.
I mean, you should introduce it. You suggested
I
this
suggested
one.
it. Yeah,
This is
so,
your list.
We're doing Companion.
Companion.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah. So, couple interesting points. Like, I mean, a little bit of just represents how it was represented or misrepresented. So, when the trailer originally came out, I completely forgot about it for 6 months or so. Only thing that piqued my interest was it's the people that made The Notebook and the people that made Barbarian. So if people know The Notebook and if you know how Barbarian is and like that style of horror movie and storytelling, like this piqued my interest. So by the time it comes out, I'm just seeing it just off of that. So I didn't remember anything about the trailer, but that's when we had our conversation and you talk about the thumbnail because I didn't see the thumbnail till after I suggested it to the group.
Right.
And I was like, damn, after I told y'all don't watch the trailer. And then I see the thumbnail, I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm guessing.
Shout out HBO Max.
So I'm guessing the trailer was on brand with the thumbnail?
Yes. As in it basically spoiled certain aspects to the movie.
Okay.
So I didn't go back and watch the trailer until after, I see it at the theater, look up other reviews, see how people are reacting to it, and then seeing how people were saying when the trailer originally dropped, they're like, oh, he just gave away the whole movie type shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Because, I mean, like, well, due to how you introduced me to the movie, that's more or less how I introduced the movie to a friend.
to a friend, yeah.
Like, I was
Yeah.
just like, I was like, listen. I was like, don't look at the trailer. Like, because I was told not to look at the trailer. So I don't know how much it'll mislead you. I was like, but I did show you the thumbnail. So I was like, the thumbnail is very misleading. I was like, and judged off the thumbnail, it would have been a movie I personally wouldn't have watched. Because it just, it gave more of an aesthetic of horror.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said it looked like she was possessed in the
Yes.
thumbnail. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something
So it's
about
like
the
spoiler. There's gonna be spoilers throughout this because it's really the only way we can explain certain parts of this movie. So continue on. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, word to you, full blown spoiler alert. The we're gonna start with. Are we starting right at the top? What do you want to speak to first?
I mean, yeah, we.
Or do you want to nerd out first? Because I know you're fans of the producers, or are we just gonna talk about the movie?
Oh no, we can just get into the movie. It's just purely because the Notebook is such a beloved or hated. I fucking hate that movie. Relationship type movie,
right?
And I told you a little bit about Barbarian, but it's more so how Barbarian is structured, and how the creators of that movie like to take like timeline type of conversations and make a movie out of it. And some people might call it I think it's like high is it like high level horror or like some shit like that, like a heightened horror or some shit. Somebody's gonna correct me in the comments, please, but people would consider stuff like this like that, yeah, where it's like it's a little bit more intellectual in a way.
Okay.
Yeah. So but that's about as far as my nerdiness goes with it. I just ended up really appreciating the creativity and how they flipped the whole narcissistic relationship, abusive relationship
Okay.
plot. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, you
Let
got
me
a whole
hear it.
different?
No. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
So, I mean, our main character, Josh, played by Jack Quaid, he's got a reputation now for just playing these guys that look like they're nice and they're really fucking scumbags at the end of the day. So yeah, textbook narcissist.
How so?
From the literal definition of like using women, like he literally purchases an android doll to be at his every whim because he fucking sucks at getting women. All his crying about not being accepted, how he fucking was crying about not being accepted by Kat.
I didn't see that as narcissism.
You didn't see like even some of the language that he was using. It's just like how all of the script is kind of written. They're saying things that people in abusive relationships or narcissists would say. It's just how they're saying it. Like,
Do
it
you
sounds
have an
nice.
example?
So all the connections with her being an android, like talking about like, oh, you can never lie to me, because it's in her programming that she can't lie to him.
That's funny because I didn't entendre that.
Okay.
Like, to me, stuff like that was just on the nose because like I more or less took like the foreshadowing of her using a colloquial term of like, like this is how I'm built when she doesn't even know that she's a robot.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm like, we're having two different conversations at the same time because Kat's talking to her, and Kat's speaking
I like that part.
Kat's speaking from the angle of like a la iRobot. Like, I'm threatened that one day we'll be obsolete due to the invention of you. And she doesn't even know that's the conversation they're having.
Word. Yeah. Okay.
So I was just looking at it like he's saying like, yo, you can't. Like, I would have took it more of like, not more, another internet buzzword. I wouldn't necessarily went narcissism, but it definitely sounded like he was gaslighting her.
Okay. Yep.
Because it's like,
for sure,
like you created the scenario, literally created the scenario top to bottom for her to be a murderer. And like, there was another way to do that fucked up thing. Like, you didn't even want, like, you let her be the fall guy. You didn't even
it failed. Yeah.
Like, but I'm saying that was the plan. Like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't even hold down your sex doll.
Nah.
Like you could have reset her, fixed the settings. Like, you could have told her to go to sleep.
Yep.
Put the sliders back. You know what I'm saying? Put the sliders back, cleaned her up a little bit, and then y'all could have rode off into the sunset with y'all bread.
With the mills, yeah.
Like, she did the hard work. But all right, babe, we back. Like, if that's what y'all want.
Right.
But I'm like, oh, you want her to rot, and you want her to, and you didn't even do all the research, all this talk, and you didn't even.
The whole shit's on camera.
But you botched the whole thing.
The whole shit on camera.
Like how you go find a jailbreak, but you ain't really read the terms and conditions of the shit you signed up for.
Nah, and it's funny because like you see him just like we
regular internet culture.
shit. Yep.
But it's a lot more at stake. And it's kind of messed up. But you know what I mean? Like I understood Kat when she's like, "Yo, like you saying like thoughtful goodbyes to the work."
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you wouldn't have no memorial service for the sock
Kat
you
probably
jerked
the
off
only
to.
fucking character that kind of like is just makes sense in the whole movie.
No, she doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
It's old flaws versus new flaws. The new flaws is people seeking companionship with technology. The old flaw is people seeking companionship with people that aren't their people. That man
I
had
knew
a
he was
wife.
about to go there. Yeah, I knew he was about to go there. I meant to like she just made the most sense out of like listen, you're like he's living in fucking La La Land. She felt to me the most grounded. Like, dog, we're here to rip this guy off. Like, and you're fucking this up.
But the
for
dude
all
is a
of us.
fucking incel. Like essentially,
It's there.
he's
Another
an incel.
timeline word, yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like he
For sure.
He literally was an incel. Like when it came down to it,
Mm-hmm.
like you seen how butthurt he got when she was like, "Yo, I'd never let him smash." Like when the gay dude was like, yo,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said,
like he was
ew.
like, "Are y'all sleeping together?" She was like, ugh. He was like, "Wait, what do you mean?" Ew.
Yeah.
Like he still wanted the shot, and you could see she was giving him that weak ass hug every time. Every time she gave him a hug, there was nothing. There was no like she was giving him the church hug. The one a little kid could run through the middle.
The one arm joint, yo.
Like there was no potential in the hug. Like the whole hug she gave every time in the movie was like elite friend zone levels.
Yeah.
Like bro, you'll never gonna get
Never.
it, never gonna get it. I promise you. Like it was like, yo, bro, you couldn't get real buns if you tried.
Yeah,
But why is
he
that?
had that?
But why is that? Like no, like you know what I mean? Like pause if necessary, but like not like just like an ugly guy by general standards. Like you know what I mean? Like bro, there's 8 billion humans living. There's at least one woman that's an
sure.
actual human that would have been like, oh, he's cool. Like you weren't like repulsive looking
It
human
didn't
being.
seem like it. And he went on that little diatribe towards the end where like he's just wilding out, talking about like, you know, women never fucking fucked with him type shit, yo. But it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Apartment didn't look too crazy. You know, don't know what the occupation was, but you can afford a sex robot. Like,
Yeah, sex robots can't be
it's probably
cheap.
it can't be cheap, but it's honestly, yo, if this is some type of weird, distant future, you know, alternate reality, you know, it's probably on a lease. You know, you can finance it. I think he was financing it, honestly.
Klarna.
Yo, Klarna a sex robot.
One time for Afterpay. He had
That
to
might have to be
Afterpay.
that might have to be the thumbnail or some shit, yo. Klarna the sex robot,
Yeah,
yo.
he did. Clark.
Yo.
You think he Afterpaid the sex robot?
At least Affirm, yo. Because Affirm got that credit check.
Yeah.
His
Like,
credit looked alright, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, oh my God, no disrespect to my guys. Like I'm a person that appreciates, like I'm a gadget junkie.
oh no,
Like yo,
facts,
like
same.
everybody in here,
Same.
like I love a new phone.
Oh my God, yeah, I know you. Go ahead.
I love a new phone. I love a new gadget. May not even have the time to use it. Like, look at the world we live in. We live in an iPhone world. It took me a while to convert to iPhone because I like how
Word.
techie other phones are. I like stuff that other
You was
phones
even rocking
offer.
both for a minute.
Yeah. And you see the phone, he had it flipped open to a bigger tablet.
You know that life.
He liked gadgets.
I know. I feel like I know where you about to go with this. Go ahead. You want me to say it?
Go ahead.
Never have you ever thought about fucking one of your gadgets?
Nah, but clearly he was more into gadgets than me.
Bro.
Like you know, every time I come here, Welsh got a new camera.
That's a fact.
Like it's a new piece of
Bro, I
tech.
came in and instantly said, "What's that?"
It's a new camera. It's a new laptop.
New way of doing things.
It's new lighting.
Yeah.
Like here at Royal Soul, there's always some new gadgets.
That's a fact. Shout out to Royal Soul, yo.
And all I'm saying is, like, clearly, this guy figured the way I solve all my other problems, I'll solve this problem. And he said, 3 a.m, little ad hit him. Like,
Sound like a good
Like,
idea.
you know when you're on the private browser,
Yeah.
you shift over.
And it just
Yo,
catches
3
that.
a.m. got the
catches
best
that
of him.
data.
Like one of those ads got him in the late night.
Oh man.
Like you don't have to get turned down by girls anymore. We have a girl that'll love you all the time.
Forever. She can love you every and any which way you want.
You could tell her how you want to do it. It's not even great.
Well,
Like it's
I don't know.
paid for it.
Buddy he seemed like he was a 1 minute man, yo.
But she was happy. That's when I thought she
True.
wasn't human. When she smiled off of that. When she smiled off of the light work.
Cause yo,
He gave her the light work and she was laying there like,
yo.
I was like, why are you happy with this? With this mediocre work?
we already spoiled the fact that she's an android. So when I'm watching the movie, I don't know none of that.
The first time,
So when I was like, oh, this bitch is when he did go to sleep, I was like, oh no, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on?
that's one thing I say
Yeah.
about watching the movie. The first time he says go to sleep, I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
We've gone to a place.
Yeah.
Because before that,
Yep.
I was like, wow.
Murder mystery.
Like,
type
what
shit.
is this?
Yeah.
Like, this is a man. You know me. I'm like, it's a good boy meets girl story. Like, I always try to provide optimism to my single friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I always try to provide optimism. I'll be like, yo, one day you're gonna be in the store. Yeah, I always say, I'll be like, yo, you gonna be in the produce section. Yo, they doing my shit off top.
Off top.
She in the grocery store. She looks at the peach. He smiles at her. She
Yeah.
smiles back. I'm like, oh, this is classic KJ 101. Like, this is it. Let's go.
I wrote
Like,
the playbook
we
on there.
turning up. I'm like, oh man. And now I'm Josh in my head. I'm like, yo, if I ever went to grab an orange and all of them fell, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can get through the high. Like, I'm like, oh, she saved me. Like, you know the Denzel joint when he's like, oh.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thank you. She laughed. She thought it was endearing. Like, we're here. We're still here. Like, oh, it's us. Like, I'm thinking we got a thing. And then I'm like, okay, bro. Like, they in the car. And he's like, she dreamed about him. I'm like, there's a million things to dream about. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going narcissistic, but I'm like, that's really self-centered. But I mean, I didn't know you were her whole life. She don't got shit else going on.
Nothing.
Like, so I'm like, okay, if you take, now see, in my weird brain, I'm taking movies like iRobot.
Yep.
I'm going all purpose. So, like, you got a person that cooks, cleans, probably kept the apartment tidy. He went out and worked all day, scraped up that Klarna payment. Am I tripping?
About like what's not to like about
No.
that? Or like,
Bruh.
you know what I'm saying?
It's all not to like.
Facts.
I love women.
Organic.
I love women.
Organic.
Like real women that came here the natural way.
Facts.
So when this
Respect.
video is dug up on YouTube in another 50 years and people don't live that way, always remember, ladies, I'm here for you. I'm here for actual real women.
Real interaction.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not can I call you Rose in this?
Let's talk a little bit, not because it's Iris. Let's talk about
Shout out to those that friend of mine did the research.
Word.
About the name.
I like that.
Iris, you know what I mean?
I
Shout out to-
appreciated that.
For sure.
We spoke a little bit right before we started. We were talking about like the human experience is underrated.
Yes.
So let's expound on that a little bit, yo. Because I agree. Like, not to make it about this, but just as a single man navigating single life and all this other shit, it's
Correct.
like, I mean, I've had at least private conversations with you about like, yo, nigga, like trying to communicate at certain times is fucking difficult for a nigga that is pretty good at like communicating and having good conversation and shit like that. It's just like, what the fuck, yo? So it's not that I'm about to go talk to AI because I'm seeing that on social media left and right. People are having full blown conversations with AI trying to like get validation and shit like that, whether you're joking with it or not. I think certain things shouldn't be fucking played with. But human experience. No, I'm just gonna say the human experience. I feel even on that level where it's just like what's happening with social media and just anything that is essentially battle of sexes. It's just making shit just way more difficult on that aspect. But the Android shit is obviously the extreme.
The Android shit is definitely the extreme, and I think I don't think there's a movie that the people will turn out in droves to go see to understand their unhealthy relationship with technology is not, I won't say rooted, but I will say starts with social media.
Word.
And
Black Mirror
this
is a lot like that.
Very, very entry way to tell somebody they bugging.
Yeah.
If you watch this, you'll be like, he's bugging. Mm-hmm. But you would never relate that to your social media habits. Although it's literally, it's just like, yo, bro,
it's there.
Be careful this road you going down.
Yeah.
Because that's the end of it. The end of it is him.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be him.
Yo,
I love real women. I'm going to keep saying it. Like, all that is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. I was going to just say, make a comment. The extremes, like, not same genre, but that miniseries Adolescence on Netflix is essentially a cautionary tale about incel culture and what the extreme end of it could look like. And it gets a little deeper than that, but it's in the same ballpark.
The dude's already screwed out the gate. Mm-hmm. Like when we get to the point that you've set up an elaborate scheme, which is cool because you at that point you've treated an inanimate object like an inanimate object.
Yeah,
I hate to say it.
Yeah,
but that's what.
Yeah.
But yo, real.
Yeah, that shit caught me off guard. Yo, I can't lie.
Yo, I ain't go.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious.
In any event,
yeah.
But you're treating an inanimate object like an inanimate object. When
sure.
that happens, I mean, you're already showing that you're not tied to it, but you're torn, and you have to wake it up and explain to it why you're treating it like an inanimate object.
Yeah.
It's getting weird.
Yeah.
It's getting weird. Like, yo,
like
if you bought an iPhone, no, matter of fact, if you bought a MacBook, and then for some reason there was a digital footprint that would have shown that it would trace back to you, and you pulled off some nefarious act to get a lot of money, and you went on the dark web, and that still wasn't enough, and it would still somehow be able to get tracked back to you, right? And you said, you know what, I'm gonna do all this shit because it's gonna bring back $5 million to me. And then, after you do what you have to do to get the $5 million, and said MacBook aided you in getting the $5 million, but the catch was you had to burn the MacBook to be able to secure the money. You just take your money and burn the MacBook. You wouldn't have a staff meeting with the MacBook and tell the MacBook, listen, man, I'm really sorry we got to go through this. And, you know, the whole time you've been helping me get this shit done. Like,
it's
no.
that movie.
You're
That's
just
that
gonna get
movie
it out
shit.
of there.
Yeah. We gotta add a layer in there to.
So the fact that there was dialogue, but I'm saying the fact that there was dialogue there shows how far gone he was to me.
Yeah. Because
that's when Cat's grounded. Cat's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. You ultimately see it at the end where this nigga's like, you see him juggling with all these different types of emotions and shit like that. But it's like, my nigga, even though you're trying to say, oh, she wasn't shit, I just purchased you for this, and I only needed you for this one thing, and yeah, I just sex robot, all this other shit that he trying to say to her. It's like, my nigga, every time you get a moment to like try to defend yourself, it's that, yo. It's like, bro, you really love her, or you cared enough to like have these emotions. Because if she was just a sex robot, she would be turned off every time.
He cared just as much as the other guy. I forgot his name.
Sergey.
No.
The Russian?
The chubby dude.
I got you right now.
Something with an E, right? Was it Eli?
I think it's Eli, yeah. Yeah, Eli and Patrick. Yeah,
Yeah.
Eli. Yep.
He cared just as much as Eli did about Patrick.
I don't know.
Yes, he did.
Patrick was in love, like, for real.
What you mean?
Patrick?
No,
I mean,
said
not
how
Patrick,
much
Eli.
That's what I'm saying.
Eli was in love for real, for real.
So was he. He thought he wasn't.
Oh, got you. But
He was denying it.
he's denying it. Yeah,
but,
I got you.
Like, you
I
know
got
what I'm saying? But
okay.
but Eli just was like stood by the fact, like, yo, some weird shit, but that's me.
Fuck it.
He
Acceptance.
said that's wifey.
That's
I mean, well, he said husby, but
yeah.
you know
Yeah.
that, like,
I'm not even about to.
okay. So
I was gonna say some wild shit, but nah.
so our oh man, it flashes me back to old relationships in my head, and I just had it was like a off the cuff question I have for you.
Let's get it.
Are meet cues overrated or underrated?
Wait, say it one time.
Are meet cues?
Meet cues?
Yeah.
Like,
You know what that is?
nah, elaborate.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says it in the movie. He calls it a meet cue. But it's a meet cue. Like what they did, like it's the cue. It's when you met. It's
like that-
like the grocery
that
store
moment.
interaction.
Okay.
Like they called it the love link. But when he references it, he's like, yo, you scroll through 100 meet cues and you pick one.
Gotcha,
It could have
okay.
been a bookstore. It could have been
Yeah,
this. He
yeah.
said, yeah, but that's a meet cue. Are meet cues overrated or underrated in the framework of a real relationship?
Yo, that's tough. That's tough because like I've met like girlfriends. I've met them in like different ways, but some of them, like a lot of it, the last couple was social media.
And that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
In this day and age,
Yeah.
like yo, I could have been friends with you. I could just request you.
Yeah.
I could a lot of things.
You could have been just around on my Facebook for a minute, and then like 3 years later, we bump into each other, and
Timing
there's attraction
aligned.
there.
Now you
all
ain't
that
got
shit.
no man. Now I ain't
Yeah,
got no
there's
girl.
always
And now,
that, yep.
and now I can appreciate you in a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But I had a situation prior where like it was always like, yo, I just kind of wish we didn't meet via social media. Like I wish we had like a better meet cue. I'm like, so you want to not know me to know me again so it could be as great as it is now? Like who cares? Like it's already dope. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you're enjoying this and I'm enjoying this, why are you mad that like you didn't like? I didn't almost hit you at a red light and I had to stop and then I looked up and you looked up and it was like, oh, this soft music played.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
like, damn,
Yeah.
man. Like,
It's just all dreamy and fucking perfect. Yeah.
yeah, because I'm just sitting there like, wow, like how important is
So,
that?
see, that's the thing. I don't know because I haven't.
You never did an organic one?
I feel like. Nah, I ain't gonna front. Some of my shit don't be organic. Some of my shit be a play, but it be like that. But the organic shit, you know, the organic shit is what I be trying to go for. Like I'm not the type to like really catcall and shit like that.
But
It's
you gotta say something.
it's natural, just natural convo. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta like stumble into a natural convo, and people be telling me that's where I'm fucking up at. I don't have like a hook, line, and sinker like that. My hook, line, and sinker
you're
is
not
just
supposed
natural.
You're not supposed to have a hook, line, and sinker.
Nah, I don't like that shit. I never like that
But
shit.
you have to have a like for me, I'd say like it's more like a go-to energy. Mm-hmm. I can't personally help it. Like I mean like I'm a very oh man, what's the best way to say it? I'm a very turn it on type of conversationalist. So so if I flash back, like you know what I mean, like if I flash back to like us like walking in the Deweys or something like that, it's like yeah, like it's like we already gonna have a good convo. You the bro. You know what I'm saying? If I flash back to us walking in the Iron Horse or something like that, like we
you
already
gonna push the gas.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Just a little bit. You know me.
No, I know exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna amplify just a little bit. I'm going to allow other people into our conversation.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the
Yes.
conversation can be controlled. So us hanging out as the bros in this relationship, I don't do it because I don't need to.
Facts.
But if we go out and we on timing,
It is time.
then like you know,
All bets are off.
Not all bets are off, but we can amplify the conversation. We can invite others.
For sure.
It's like the okay, since we talk about social media, it's like a close friends versus
Okay. Yeah.
like
yeah.
you know on the story versus just for anyone. Like you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like when I'm just for like if I'm for public, this combo is for public. Like who wants to join in? Anybody else think this is a compelling combo? Get involved. Like let's talk.
Let's get it.
Let's get to know each other.
Let's pod. Yeah.
Like you know,
Yeah.
that's it. Let's pod, like,
real quick.
Let's chop it up real
Yep.
quick. So I mean, like yeah.
Word. So
And I feel like dudes in those scenarios lack those skills, so they rather build it. Like it's like yo, like and buy it, build and buy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like yo, I can, like
a large part of that incel culture, it be niggas that be trying to trick.
not only trick, bro. I would say like nah, I have to disagree. I feel like all the niggas ain't rich, and tricking is not.
No.
Yo, just because you broke and you blow your money on women doesn't mean you tricking.
Cause like a lot of that, like when you see a lot of that culture, if you kind of just like break it down a little bit, it's like these niggas be like, women doesn't love me, work out, get better, you know, mental health, mental fortitude, do all this
I
other
think
shit.
see,
Get the good job.
I think that's red pill. I don't consider red pill automatically incel.
Oh word, I got them niggas tied together.
Nah,
Yeah, that's
there's
just
two
me,
different
yeah.
niggas.
Okay.
Like I think red pills is niggas that's overly
Word.
overly selling the fact that they're alpha. Overly selling I'm the man and the man's
Okay.
in charge.
Yeah.
Like the incel dude, I feel like the incel dude is like I hate to say it, but they're very prone to being a victim of like a Ready Player One mentality.
Okay.
Because like they're always just burrowed into their own space. Like they don't get out and live in the real world. So it's like, oh, like if the best version of them is the internet version of them, they're like, well, this is where I should live to get women because this is
Right.
where the best version of me exists.
Right. And that's
So that's.
you see right through them niggas. Yeah.
But no, that's what I'm saying. That's why they don't go out the house. Like I said, y'all, Instacart,
Yeah.
out DoorDash, send all the shit here. Like yo, I never want to be seen because the me that I portray online will never be like I don't even have the confidence to be the nigga I act
Word.
like.
I
So I'd
respect
rather
that.
buy a joint.
Cause yo, ever since these words have been a thing, like I've like I said, I've had them like tied together. I'm like, and when you describe it like that, I'm thinking that people probably, when I start hearing these words, people are probably labeling people that are in the red pill culture as incels. They're probably
Yeah.
like, no, these people are probably incels in real life. Yeah.
Nah,
So
I mean a lot of them incels. Like I mean, I feel like they like closer to the narcissism, closer to the manipulators. Because I mean, at the end of the day, they're looking for somebody that they're looking for someone that's advantaged them. They're looking to be worshipped by a woman. So both of these guys end up on the same highway for different reasons.
word.
Like to me, a red pill would purchase that android in this movie for the sake of wanting to be praised, wanting to be worshipped, wanting a chick to not have eyes for anyone else, wanting a girl that would just completely be their possession. That's why a red pill would take it. Meanwhile, an incel would take it because he's too socially awkward to ever function in a normal world. So now he has a decent looking person on his arm. Like now he can look like he has a girlfriend.
Yep.
She buys into all the bullshit because he's hardwiring her to love her.
He's
He's making
intelligence
some,
down.
he never plays "I Can't Make You Love Me" by Tank. He doesn't play it at all. Like he's like, actually, I can. I bought this shit. I can make you adore the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what it's made for. Alexa, play Usher. That's what it's made for.
Fuck me in your world. I'm your whole fucking galaxy. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Where does it stop? Like you fall in whole love with a robot. Are y'all gonna have babies? What's going on?
Word.
You
That's
can't.
that's the upgrade though.
No. Like what? Buy robot children? Fool yourself? Completely live a lie? That's why I'm like,
It's a lot of people living a lie in real life.
It's weird to see a chick like Kat that's living under the old school eyes of being a side chick, essentially, to really feel like she
Because doesn't she
was
make a
in
mention like that? She's
competition.
like, I'm like the original version of you type
she
shit.
she said what you are. Like she's talking to her like a thing.
Like a thing, yeah.
What you are makes me feel like I'm replaceable.
Replaceable. Yeah, that was a bar.
But it doesn't make sense. Like, see, it shows so many layers of the unhealthy relationship with technology. Because, like, how could you
Like she's
ever
threatened
think
by
that?
an object.
Like, if shorty that I'm communicating with was having amazing conversations with Chat GPT, yo, that nigga's not me. He's never gonna be able to give you the level of like, yo, I have full faith in my
Niggas
potential
can
as an
never be
actual
me.
human being. that I'm gonna be okay. Like I'm bringing something to the table that machine can't.
Right.
Can I call you Rose? Like, yeah. Turn it off. I'm better. That's a good replacement. It's gonna hold you down.
You know what I'm saying?
It's even a good helper.
It's
You D Wade, LeBron, and a dunk. Let's work together.
let's work together. I fucking can't stand you, nigga. Yo,
We a team. Let's get to it,
couple rings. You know what I'm saying?
bro.
Slight.
You know what I'm saying? There's W's to be gotten. Like, let's win. Let's win together.
yo, I love this pod, yo.
Yo, I'm telling, bro. It's rough, man. It's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
Word.
I don't understand how a natural human could be threatened by a robot.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. But then like, you could go into like the psychology of
That's where I want to go.
of like side chicks. You know what I'm saying? Or where the psychology of a side chick could go.
Psychology. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let me hear it.
she's a side, yo. How she described him. Oh, like, you know, he's older, he's got money and all this other shit, but he loves his wife, yo. It's like, oh, obviously we know she's there to eventually rob him, but it's just like, girl, you just admitted to, oh, I fuck whenever he wants to fuck, I wear whatever he wants. Like, yeah, he's controlling you more than his wife, it seems.
She's Iris. She's just a human.
Yeah. She's the OG model. She's the prototype.
That's it.
Respect.
So what she's saying, she's replaceable as a human woman, or she's replaceable as a side chick?
It's both. She's finding no value. She's finding no value at that point in her. And it's, I don't want to just like simplify it like this, but it's just like she's finding no value in her fucking human existence. That's why she's doing the shit that she's doing. She ain't connecting with love just as much as fucking, I almost called him Dewey, just as much as fucking Jack.
Josh?
Or Josh, yeah.
Yo,
Josh.
just
Jack
as much
Quaid,
as
yeah.
Josh would be
Yeah.
like a reasonable looking human being, like so is she, exotic woman.
Yeah.
Like she's
Smokey,
pretty,
I fuck with
yo, she's beautiful. So what's up? Like why? Like, and I think that's the deeper conversation. Like, yo, like let's build up the self-worth in society of people in general.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are decent people that are literally thinking they're not enough. Like what's going on?
Outside of how crazy it sounds to say, I'm afraid that you're going to replace me, why do you truly feel that you can be replaced? Like you hold, like you something like that, you feel like, I feel like that person feels like they have no fucking real value. And like, but how do you get to that? How do you get to that point though?
Okay. Wow. Okay, this is bad.
Okay. Fuck it.
So we were talking. No, not that bad.
Word, okay.
So we were talking about like the women's standards being super high.
Okay. Yes. Yep.
Before we turned,
It was just, yep.
yeah, women's standards super high or super low. We were talking about. So like she was fine to settle for being a side chick. She was repulsed by the normal guy right in front of her. But she wanted something greater than him.
Which is supposed to
And
be Sergey.
in order to attain something greater than him, she was willing to accept a position lower than what this guy would offer. But she thought that she was replaceable at the subservient position of side chick, but didn't think like it's like, yo, like I'm not saying you gotta like Josh, but there's a bunch of other people around.
Yeah.
Like you
And
ain't
it's-
find nobody.
Yo, you know what just fucked me up too? How you just described that. The fact that there was obviously a pre-conversation that Kat had with Sergey about, yo, I'm inviting some of my friends over. And the
Go
girl
ahead.
is gonna
Go
be
ahead.
a fucking robot.
Yes.
And how he tries to test the robot at the lake.
I'm
After
glad
the
you went there. I was
conversation
about to
about,
go there.
I feel like you could replace me, because this nigga might be like, yo, I could
cop one of those.
I could cop 3 of these, have them in the closet,
Easy.
and have a
all
different
flavors. All flavors. Neapolitan.
I got 12 mil
I need
in the
chocolate,
closet.
strawberry, and the vanilla. I need all flavors of it. Like you think he like, bro? You think he wasn't
Butter
gonna
pecan chocolate
yo,
deluxe, yo.
all up in.
What? Come on, man. Yo. Come on, man.
No, nah, that's
Yeah.
that like so yes, but then like the objectifying of Iris. Not that I'm humanizing the robot,
Right, yep.
But the fact that he's like, nah, Cass said it's cool.
It's cool. Yes. What you mean?
No.
Mm-hmm.
But then he says, this is what you're made for.
Bar.
And that was crazy.
Nasty bar, but it's a bar.
That was crazy on the first watch. Because on the first watch, I'm watching this and like, because she doesn't know that she's a robot. So I'm like, you got to check her past? What's going on?
Right.
Why do you think his friends aren't going to like you? Why do you think they're going to judge you? Then this man says, yo, my shorty said I could smash. And that's what you're made for. So I'm like, okay, are you a hoe historically? Or has this dude... Now I'm thinking, is it that? Or has Josh bought your companionship? Not knowing you're an actual object.
Word.
So I didn't know if it was like some mail order bride type vibe.
That's an interesting
I was
take
like,
too, yeah.
what's
Yeah.
happening here? Like I'm like, why is this guy treating you like an object? Like that's mad disrespectful. But I didn't know what it was.
Even the half a sex scene, yo, where he's like, he just rolls over and he's like, yo, just go to sleep. But we don't know. It's dark. We can't see. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that nigga's, I was, first view, I'm like, oh, this nigga bugging. Like, low key. Even how he's talking to her like
matter of fact,
outside before they go inside.
There's more shit. Now we know as a man, take that little trip with your shorty. Not even. Let's say you go to the store with your lady. You grabbing most of the bags. Did you notice in the beginning
Nigga,
he
never.
only had the duffel
No.
and she had 2 luggages
And
in her
I've
hand?
watched this a couple times before even watching it for the pod. Nah. I'm about to just run that back road. I never noticed that.
He just had his duffel.
His duffel
and his
was-
hands are free.
Nigga,
and
she
she's
had
toting
everything.
both luggages.
I never noticed
And
that.
I was like, oh. I was like,
That's
she's
fucked up. Damn, what does that say about me?
no. It's like you wouldn't notice
Yo,
it.
nah,
Like,
that's crazy though. That's
Bro.
crazy because like you said, even you said first watch, I feel like it was probably more of like the dramatic what the fuck type
yeah,
shit.
Second watch, I'm looking at like
You're peeping
this
all
person's an
the
object,
all the little shit.
and then I'm also looking and I'm thinking about a bunch of stuff. Like I mean, like
No, we good?
yeah, I'm also looking and I'm thinking like, hold on, so what are we supposed to do with because which color looked fake? Patrick.
He's too perfect. Yeah, he looked too
He didn't
perfect.
look like
yeah.
like
'Cause and
another pause moment. Yo, he looked like a Ken doll. Like when you know when they do those
Yes.
like bring a doll to life.
And you know it's funny you say that, right? Because
I never watched the Barbie movie.
no, that's all
But-
good because he is an older model, so like being a little bit more like shiny.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess I
Got
could
you.
understand that.
Okay.
2, you say Ken doll, yo, her outfits from first viewing, I'm like, yo, her outfits piss me off, but I'm like, yo, she's literally a fucking doll.
Yeah.
So like all her outfits are very
little
doll,
short
matching
pinstripe,
sets.
yeah.
Everything is everything is just perfect about it. Every bow matches it. Come on. You know what I mean? So
Another gripe.
yeah.
Why did he pick that voice for her if he had that much control? It's a
so
wild tone.
all right, let me just bring her up real quick. So
Is that how she speaks?
honestly, I don't know if I've ever heard her natural speaking voice. I've just seen a few movies with her. So I've seen this. I've seen Heretic. And she's in that show Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
So she's gearing up to be like a new like scream queen for the horror crowd. Her voice is in Heretic. It is still deep like that. The accent is just like
So
a
that
little
might
different.
be her actual natural tone.
Yeah. She got a deep ass voice.
Because I was just laughing.
Word.
You know.
Yeah, it's like no, yo. Because the first
Because
time
I'm
I
looking at
watched
all the
it,
control. I'm like, why'd you pick that eye color?
yeah,
Why'd you
excuse
pick
me.
this?
The first time I watched it, I remember having the person I went to go see it with. We had a conversation about it afterwards, and I feel like we both mentioned like her voice was kind of fucking weird, yo.
And if we flash forward to the end,
Mm-hmm.
when Teddy helps her gain full autonomy to be herself, as you will.
Free finally.
She's driving.
She sees the other model, right?
Oh man. Think there's a time that I'm gonna watch this movie and look at this whole thing and be like, this movie's way more about women being objectified than it's about technology.
Yeah.
Like way more.
Oh, like just on like a we can have a conversation about that. Yeah.
Like the whole thing. Like the whole thing about Cat and the new model. Like the technology is a veil to make it palatable for that.
Yep.
But it's like, oh, you're the new shiny toy. I'm the shiny toy. You're the new shiny toy. I could be replaced because he could always grab another shiny toy. And then she drives by and she identifies with the other shiny toy. Like, is she saying that's naturally a robot? She doesn't know. Or she just rocking with her like, yeah, I've been there too.
Right.
I've been controlled by some dude.
So I just wanted to look up the proper term. Exactly what you're describing about how the technology is just, that's not what it's about. That's, in movie terms, that's the MacGuffin.
Okay.
That's a MacGuffin. So, literal term, a plot device, often an object, event, or character that drives the plot forward in a story, but is ultimately insignificant in itself. So, the technology aspect, and that's what a lot of, even though we both agree that we wouldn't call this a horror movie.
I think that's what makes it
way.
multiple movies at once, though.
Yes, for sure.
Because there is a version of watching this where it's only about technology and the dangerous relationship with it that drives people down that road. But then there's also human element of just like, oh, this is more of a like drama.
Yeah, I was gonna say
drama type shit.
This feels like exploitation, like an exploitative type of. Even though, like I was saying, it's not really horror. It would be like exploitative horror movie because it's like, it's because again, it's this technology. They're pushing the technology aspect so far, but like you said, and it's like repeated watches, yo. It's just the bars just hit a little different, yo. You're like, no, this feels like it's objectifying women. I told you it feels like it's that toxic relationship shit.
Because when Patrick came out of nowhere and he was one, I was like, I was like, that makes sense.
Yep.
Like once he was like when they started like, and he's like, you
talking
gonna
about
say that in front of him, like go to sleep. I was like, oh
yeah, fuck me up.
He's one too.
So I was expecting fucking Cat almost, at one point.
And
I didn't know how far this movie was gonna go when I was first watching it.
The whole movie is about the death of real relationships. There's not one in the movie.
No. And as much as I commented on Patrick and Eli, him really being in love with his robot, it's still not real.
But that's the thing. Like, and I'm not saying that, I'm not personally saying that real relationships are dead. But what I'm saying is the whole movie is a case study on real relationships fading.
Word.
They don't even showcase one. Like there's 3 relationships and none of them are relationships.
None of them are real, and the only person that's married, that nigga's cheating on his wife.
Right.
Yeah. That's real shit, yo.
But I mean, we get into that.
Yeah. So did you fuck with it?
Oh yeah.
Word. Like,
and I hate, like when I said there's problems I have no solution to, there's no great way to market this movie.
Nah.
So I know exactly why they went with the thumbnail they went with to be polarizing and jarring.
And when you see the trailer, you see all that tech. It's all technology shit.
But
yeah.
God, this is a way better movie than the curveball it has to throw you to pitch it to people.
Word.
No pun on that. Wow, still. Yeah.
Word. On the
I'm back.
My boy been in the gym. But yo, go watch it. I'm sorry if, like, obviously spoilers. We might even put like a disclaimer in the description that it's heavily spoilers. But
please, throughout the pod,
please
stop the pod. Go watch Companion.
Yeah,
it's on. I know it's on Max. If it isn't anywhere else,
find it on.
I didn't
Prime.
see it on Netflix.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Actually, it might be on Netflix because they got that deal with HBO. Oh, you didn't see it on
Nope.
there? Oh, okay, word.
I tried to check.
Yep, it's on there. Video on demand.
You already
Go get
know.
that.
But on that note,
peace.
What you see is what you get.